Hey guys, so we're back in America. It's beautiful here. Can you guys see? It's Oklahoma. So I wanted to share some thoughts I had on returning to the US. I actually bought a sweatshirt today. And I filmed the video and I'm like, oh, I don't like that. So we're gonna do it this way. This is more authentic. Taking the doggy. You guys see him? On a walk and to go to the bathroom and because we're in a hotel, and thought I would share with you some of the things that I have loved about being back in the United States. So number one is customer service. Customer service. I don't know if you heard me. There was a car coming. I have been just so impressed and just really, really enjoyed going into stores here. People say hello. They ask you if you need any help. They are willing to just go above and beyond sometimes. We are a frequent at the Starbucks we can walk to, and everyone knows Rocket's name, and he goes inside, and anyway, it's just been so wonderful to be back and have just people wanting to make your experience good. It's windy here, and also to just to be genuinely friendly. Like people will hold the door for me, or I'm going to talk about driving later, but just that general friendliness that comes with, we're in Oklahoma, so Oklahoma people tend to be very friendly anyway, but I just really I've missed the customer service. I've missed the service with a smile. I've missed, is there anything else I can do for you, or have a beautiful day, or have a blessed day. That's always nice to hear. I'm trying to think what I had in order. The second thing I would say is driving. Driving in America has been such a joy. Parking in America is a joy. But people are just, again, it kind of goes back to that politeness and friendliness. I'm sure you guys know, tailgating is not a thing here. That's not nice to tailgate. But for some reason, when we were in Germany, that's part of their culture. They tailgate. They also zip around corners. They speed through neighborhoods, and it's just, honestly, a lot of times I thought, do they have a death wish? The way they chose to I don't know, just how they chose to drive. And Ryan would tell people at church, you guys, you tailgate, and in America, that's those are fighting words, you don't do that. So anyway, I've been so thankful to be back and have just courteous driving. People don't cut you off. I mean, now we're in the Midwest again, or whatever you want to call this, central USA, and people tend to be pretty easygoing here in terms of driving. There's not a lot of, at least in this town, it's just, you just drive and you get to where you get to where you're going when you get there, and I really appreciate that. Also, of course, the bigger parking lots. Oh, okay. So another thing is this, you can't put your finger on it, but this feeling of freedom. And it kind of goes in line with another one I thought about, which is kind of the messiness of America, the imperfection of America. There's such a diverse population, not just among cultures, but, among just individuals. Everyone, we've always, as Americans, there's a lot of talk about individualism, and of course, as Catholics, there's some criticism there because we're a church and we're a people and we are a body of Christ and we're not just individuals. But yet, there's just this you can't put your finger on it, but there's this feeling of freedom in America that I don't necessarily feel in other countries. And so it's nice to be back. It's nice to feel that way. I think that the imperfections, the messiness, broken roads, just, I don't know, just things are beautiful, but they're kind of beautiful in those imperfections. It's really hard to describe in words. I'm not doing a very good job, but let me know in the comments, if you know what I'm saying, things are, I don't think I can turn this camera around while I'm filming, but you guys can see I'm walking around. And what else? I had a list And I didn't like the video I filmed when I did the list. So you guys are getting me a little bit more raw, which is good because that's what I plan to do for this channel anyway. Let's see, driving, freedom, customer service, all this list of other things that I've noticed. I know I'm missing like one big one, but that's all right. So shopping has been a breeze, like getting my children clothes and stuff like that. Just the ease of it. Rocket, come on, buddy. I don't know why he's having a hard time following me today. I don't know. He's not wanting to take a disciplined walk. That's what we're doing. What else? Yeah, so shopping's just been nice, like getting what I need to get. Oh, English. That's right. My number two one was that everybody speaks the same language as me. Which, of course, if you're from another country, then it just depends on what language you know for you to feel the same way. But, you know, I haven't been in a country where everyone speaks English for a long time and all the signs are in English, and it just makes it very easy to navigate things. The other day we were walking on a longer walk. Why are you stopping every 5 seconds? Come on. We were on a longer walk and the sidewalk was being redone. Rocket, come on, buddy. I don't know what your deal is. Anyway, I might have to go because he's literally taking like 3 steps and then stopping, and I'm not quite sure what his deal is there, but that is not the way we take walks. And I'm gonna laugh at myself filming this, but that's all right. We're gonna keep going. I completely lost my train of thought. That's all right. You don't need a story. That's okay. But yeah, so shopping, English. It's good to be home. We are in a little hotel, 2 queen beds. I'm sleeping with Chloe. Ryan is sleeping with Neil. We didn't want to make the kids sleep together. And there's like a little kitchen strip and a little like desk with 1 chair, and of course a TV, right? Gotta have the TV. But it's tight, and it's very mortifying. So we were praying for a house. We had one that we really wanted, and it didn't work out. Someone else got it. So if you guys could pray for us as we continue to house hunt. And I'm just trying to rest in God and His timing. But no matter what, it just feels really good to be home. I'm in the same time zone, that was another one, as most of my friends, most of you guys actually probably too. And I'm only 2 hours behind my parents versus 9. That's a huge difference. And I'm only an hour, I'm 2 hours ahead of my parents, and I'm 1 hour behind my sister right now. But she's about to move to Central Time Zone too. And then it'll just be that much easier. But either way, it's been such a blessing to be back and have, like, my mom especially is just like, oh, you know, I wake up in the morning and it's still your morning, and you know, you don't realize what you've kind of put your family and friends through when you move to another country. So it's been such a joy giving that joy to my mom and to others, and just it's very different. It's very different being back. It's just, and I love Big Sky Country. I don't know about you guys. I would love to know like what your top things are about where you live, like whether it's America or another country. You know, I think that having some, you know, just like loving your country is such a beautiful thing. And having lived in another part of the world, it's like, if you don't love your country, go find another country that you love, because it's like, you know, America is not perfect by any means, but you know, I visited other countries, and this is my home. This is where I want to be. This is where I want to stay. And so I think that like everyone should find their country. You know, it might not be the place you're born, but I've really been so happy, and I can tell Ryan, it's just like, just a weight has been lifted off. The man took us to Germany, and it had a lot of trials, but it was really, really good for us too. And now, even though there's more trials right now, it's still just such a blessing to be home and have, like I said, those benefits of freedom and driving, and just that kind of that comfortableness with, like, you know how like when you put on like a favorite outfit and you just feel like comfortable. That's what it felt like coming home. Like, I'm just, okay, now I'm just comfortable. Like, I'm still, things are not ideal. But, you know, it's kind of like when my husband was deployed and for that year or 9 months, well, both. But, and it's like you don't even feel the tension until he shows up, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, I can let it go. And if you're a military wife, or if you've had your husband gone for some period of time, you'll know what I mean. Like, it's like you don't even realize how hard it is until it's over. And so I had a feeling this was going to be the same way, that once we got home, even though we don't have a house, even though, you know, we don't have our things, we don't have a car, we're going to buy a truck, but we're waiting for it to be ready to pick up, because it had been traded in the same day that he bought it, so it needed to be like looked over. So even though like we still actually don't have necessarily like basic needs like locked in, we do have a roof over our head, we do have food in our belly, we still have our pets. They did a great job on the plane, they're doing so good in the hotel, and while we don't have a Latin mass nearby, we do have parishes that, you know, do the best they can. And so life is good, and God is always God, and he's God everywhere and at all times. And I'm so thankful for him. So I'll end this by saying that God works all things for good for those who love him, and that his grace is sufficient. And so no matter what you're going through, whether it's something little or something that feels really big, whether it's a new baby or a transition, or maybe it's just trying to figure out how to be a happier woman, happier wife and mother, like, God's right there with you. And I hope to be with you too. And I'm really enjoying being in the same time zone as you guys now. And so yeah, this is gonna be fun. We're gonna do some live Zooms coming up once I get settled in the new house. I can't wait. I have some other things I'm thinking about. So please subscribe and like the video, comment. Let's get blooming in the light, you know, blooming on YouTube now that I'm back. Hopefully at some point I'll have a place to film that isn't quite so windy. Talk to you later. Bye.